Good morning, Morgan Maxwell Mountain Lions. Today is Thursday, March 10th, 2022. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated.
The lunch menu for today is fish nuggets or chicken tenders. And I have a bunch of birthdays that we're going to be celebrating over spring break. So happy birthday today to Hector A. in Miss Soto's class and Giovanni G. in Miss Connor's class. And happy spring break birthday to Richard C. in Mr. Sampson's homeroom, Andres D. in Mr. Arias' homeroom, Aubrey L. in Miss Omic's class, Kane M. in Miss Curtis's homeroom, Santiago A. in Miss Verdugo's homeroom, Raymond H. in Mr. Milton's homeroom, Alina B. in Mr. Poindexter's homeroom, Kyle C. in Miss Curtis's homeroom, Layla K. in Mr. Poindexter's homeroom, Mitzel M. in Miss Curtis's homeroom, and Carla M. in Mr. Poindexter's homeroom. Happy birthday, guys. We hope you have an awesome birthday celebrating over the break. All right, it's time for our Women's History Month moment, and today we're going to learn about Hedy Lamarr, who was a famous actress in the 1940s, but she was also a great inventor. To get secret messages past the Nazi, Hedy Lamarr co-invented a frequency hopping technique that helped pave the way for today's wireless technologies. For years, people told her to stop inventing and just be a famous actress, but she kept inventing, and her technologies have developed into our Wi-Fi and Bluetooth technology today. Let's learn more about Hedy Lamarr.
Hedy Lamarr is best known as one of the most glamorous actresses in the early days of Hollywood. But she was also one of the greatest technological minds of the 20th century. She spent her free time inventing items to help the military and learning everything she could from other great minds of the era. Hedy was born Hedwig Eva Marie Kiesler in Vienna in 1914. She moved to Hollywood and changed her name in 1938. Before fleeing Europe, Lamarr left her first husband after attending a dinner party. She went to the event wearing all of her jewelry and slipped out, never to return home. Other versions of the story have her disguising herself as her own maid. Either way, it's pretty cool. That first marriage was to Friedrich Mandl, an arms dealer for Mussolini. Lamarr would sit in on his meetings, making the other attendees think she had no idea about the complicated methodologies they discussed. After learning from her husband's meetings about weapon technology, Lamarr started devising and engineering her own inventions. Her early tinkerings ranged from a fizzing cube that instantly turned water into cola to new airplane wings for Howard Hughes. Her biggest scientific achievement came during World War II. When she asked to help the troops, she was told to look pretty on a USO tour. Instead, Lamarr came up with the idea for a secret communication system, essentially frequency hopping, designed to keep enemies from jamming radio-controlled torpedoes. Though it wasn't adopted by the military immediately, it is now the basis for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Oh, and she patented this idea in 1942. By the late 1950s, Lamarr retired from film and joined the National Inventors Council. She was once again told she'd be most useful by using her pretty face and celebrity status to raise money. So she sold kisses for $50,000 each and raised $7 million at a single event. Later in her life, Lamarr retired to Florida and kept inventing. She created a pocket on the inside of a tissue box where you could put your used tissues, and an improved version of a traffic light. For her thirst for knowledge and constant striving to help the world with her inventions, we honor Hedy Lamarr, a great life hacker of history.
All right, not much in the way of announcements today because it's the last day of the quarter and we've made it to spring break. So 75% of the school year is done and only 25% left to go. Also, just a reminder, there's a fire drill today, and it's the last day of the penny war. So if you brought any change or dollars or nickels or anything like that, make sure you turn it in today, as we'll announce our winners when we come back a week from Monday. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Remember, Morgan Maxwell Mountain Lions practice being safe, being responsible, being respectful, and being kind. It's a great day to have a great day because it's the last day before spring break. So I hope all of you have an awesome spring break, and we'll see you back here in about 10 days. Be safe, and we'll see you in 10 days. Have a great break.